What's up, Kojo's Trick Labbers? I've got something really important to talk about today. I'm going to tell you how to never lose a trick again. I get messages all the time of people saying, I've lost this trick, I can't do it anymore, I used to have it but now it's completely gone, haven't been able to do it for however long. So I'm going to give you my method for never losing any tricks. Now I can confidently say that I've never lost a trick. That's purely because of what I see as losing a trick. So hopefully today I'm going to be able to change your perspective and help you to not lose tricks in the future. So to most people, a lost trick is a trick that they could do before that they can't do now. Now, a lot of the time, this has happened with a lot of people I teach, and I've seen it with other trickers at sessions. They'll have been able to do a trick last session, and then this session they won't be able to do it. So they'll say, oh, I've lost that trick. And as soon as you start saying that, then you're less likely to keep trying that trick because you've lost it, and you're not going to have as much confidence in your ability to land that trick, as in your mind, it's lost. Whereas if you look at a lot of the best trickers in the world, for example, Michael Guthrie, now I'm sure he can't do triple full swing triple cork every single session, but does that mean he's lost it? Like when I first got my triple cork, I didn't land it every single session. Some sessions I could do it, some sessions I couldn't. Now the sessions where I couldn't do it, I didn't ever say I've lost it. I always knew that I could do it, just maybe not this session, maybe not right now. But every single time I ever went for the trick, then I believed 100% that I could do it. When it gets into your mind that you've lost that trick, that's when you're going to fail over and over and over again. As long as you keep the mentality that I've landed this trick before, so I can land it again, then you'll never really lose a trick. There's been times where I feel like I've gotten worse at a trick, maybe I could do it every time before, and then I leave it for a while, I haven't done it for a year or 2 years or something, and I'm not as good at it as before. But I always come back to it with the approach that I've done it before, I can do it again. I know that I can do this trick, because I've done it before. And if you've been training consistently since the last time you've done it, then your body's just going to be stronger and more flexible. So really, it's just going to be easier. So there's no point allowing yourself to think that you've ever lost a trick. For example, my ankle's broken right now, so I'm not going to be tricking for a while. But I guarantee you I will not lose a single trick. Some of them might take more attempts than others, but I know that I've done them before and I know I can do them again. If I accepted that I'd lost them, then I'd always be trying it with the approach that, oh, I've lost this trick, I need to learn it. You're much more likely to land a trick if you think that you're going to land it. Simple as that. That makes a huge difference. I'd say that's even more important than technique, as that really plays into your commitment. How can you commit to something that you think you've lost? Let's say you learned cork and then you couldn't land it the next session. If you accept that you've lost that trick, every single time after that when you try it, you're going to be thinking, I've lost cork, I can't do cork, I need to learn it again. Whereas if you refuse to accept that it's lost and you say to yourself, I've done this before, I can do it again, then every time you try it, you're going to be able to commit because you'll believe that you're going to land the trick. As you haven't accepted that it's lost, you just didn't land it that time. Maybe you just didn't land it that session, but you've not lost it because you're going to land it next attempt. And if you fail that attempt, you're going to land it next attempt. And if you fail that attempt, you're going to land it on the next attempt. And as long as you believe that, you'll get it consistent a lot faster. As every single time you attempt it, you're expecting to land and you're giving it your all. If you have that doubt in your mind, it's going to hold you back massively and it's going to make everything much, much harder. This also ties in with my views on twist disease. I'm sure some of you will have heard of what twist disease is, and some of you probably haven't. So what that is when you go for a twisting move, let's say you're trying to do a cart full, and you accidentally pull into a cart double, slam onto your side. The same thing can happen with going for doubles, accidentally doing triples. It's a problem where you get confused in the air and accidentally try and add another twist. Now, lots of people have experienced this, but I've managed to never experience this, and I know other people who have never experienced it. And what I've realized is they all have a common belief that twist disease doesn't exist. As if you believe that that exists, the second you twitch out and mess up a move and add an extra twist by accident, then you think, oh, I've got twist disease. What am I going to do about this twist disease? As soon as you start thinking that, every time you go for your cart full, let's say you're doing it with that, you're going to be thinking, oh, I have twist disease, I need to make sure I don't accidentally do 2 twists. And because you're thinking that, you're much more likely to pull into 2 twists by accident. You've got it on your mind every time you go for a twist. You're thinking, am I going to twist again? What's going to happen? Whereas if you don't believe in twist disease, it can still happen. Like I've done it before where I've gone for a single, twisted into a double by accident. But I just get up and think, oh, I messed that one up. I'll do it right next time. And if I mess up the next one, then I get up and I think, I messed that one up, but next time I'm going to do it right. And normally, most of the time the second time, but sometimes maybe the 3rd, 4th, 5th, maybe the 6th time, I'll do it right again. And then I'll practice some more, and every time when I'm going into it, then I'm just thinking, okay, cart full technique. It's not on my mind that I have twist disease. When that gets into your head, then it becomes a much bigger problem. And I've seen this with a lot of other people who adamantly believe that twist disease is a thing that can't be avoided, that happens sometimes and you've got to get over it. And because of that belief, they struggle a lot more to get past it. And I've seen it take people weeks or even months to get over their twist disease. Whereas if you don't believe it, then it will never happen to you. If you didn't understand anything I said or it doesn't make sense to you, then feel free to message me. You're most likely to get a response if you message me on Instagram, I check that the most, or post in the Kojo's Trick Lab members group and we can have a discussion about it. Don't let me catch you losing tricks, alright? Alright?